Hey, this is LaughNapkin. Thanks for checking out my channel. This video comes from the subreddit Entitledparents, and it's sure to light your internal rage. Before I start, be sure to smash that subscribe button if you're new here. If you're not new here, then I would like to thank you for supporting this channel. You're a true hero. Now to the story. Entitled dad tries to steal my dog in broad daylight when I turn down his offer to buy my dog off me. Anyway, in June of 2017, I decided to take my Shih Tzu Ozzy to the park near my house that has a lot of big hills and off-leash areas for doggies to run around and hang out with other dogs. On this day, it was around 5 p.m., and although it was a nice and cool evening, Ozzy was the only dog there. So, I let him loose and he ran around, rolled in the grass, chased moths, the whole shebang. I should mention, there were also a lot of people chilling on the grass, maybe 10 or so other people enjoying the park with me. A little while later, I see a family come by. There's entitled dad and 3 children, 1 boy and 2 girls. The kids couldn't be older than 6 or 7. In my completely unbiased opinion, Ozzy is an extremely cute little pooch, which is why he gets a good amount of attention whenever we go out. The little kids come up to Ozzy and one of the girls asks if they can pet him. I say yes, and they start gently petting. Ozzy just soaks it all up with a big happy doggy smile. Everything goes extremely well. They ask me his name, how old he is, if he's a boy dog or a girl dog, usual stuff. The boy commented on how soft Ozzy's fur is, and then he followed up with a comment something along the lines of, "Our dog isn't this soft," which made me laugh out loud. The kids run off after a few minutes. Enter entitled dad, who'd quietly been watching the whole time. Now he comes in and starts petting Ozzy too. He's not rough or anything, so I'm like, okay, that's cool. Entitled dad says, "Handsome boy." I say, "Thanks." Entitled dad says, "What kind of dog is he?" I say, "Shih Tzu." Etc., etc. Basically asked me things the kids already asked. I didn't mind answering a second time around, so I just repeated what I said. He told me about his German Shepherd and how much the kids love him, and I'm like, wow, that's great. He's talking about how he's going through a divorce with his wife, and he got the dog to distract his kids from all the kerfuffle. I'm a little surprised because that's what my mom did when she divorced my dad, except she got a cat for us. So I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. Good for you. Then entitled dad asks, "How much?" I wasn't expecting that. I say, "Sorry?" Entitled dad says, "How much for the dog?" I say, he's not for sale." Entitled dad says, "I have $400 cash in my wallet right now." I say, "Sorry, no. Again, he's not for sale." Suddenly, entitled dad doesn't seem so friendly anymore. Entitled dad says, "Why not?" I say, because I love him?" Entitled dad says, "So?" I say, "So I'm not gonna just sell him like this." Entitled dad says, "How old are you?" I say, 17? Entitled dad shuffles in a bit closer. I'm a little scared, but I remember there are people around, so he can't really do anything fishy without somebody noticing. Entitled dad says, "You going to college after you finish school?" I say, "Yeah, university." Entitled dad says, slightly condescending, "You know that students are always broke, right?" I say, "Sure." Entitled dad says, "I can give you money right now. That'll help with textbooks or something." I say, "No thank you." Entitled dad says, "Are you kidding me?" I say, "No, I'm not gonna sell my dog to you. Or anyone, sorry." Entitled dad, even more condescending now, says, "How are you gonna take care of him? You'll have no money and you'll be at school all day, so he'll be alone. Is that what you want? I say, my mom takes care of him when I'm away. Entitled dad says, he can stay with my kids and my dog. He'll fit in perfect. Me, growing increasingly annoyed, says, no, sorry. I remember entitled dad lowering his voice like he didn't want anyone else to hear him. Entitled dad says, are you effing serious? Me, significantly more scared but determined to stand up for myself, says, yes, I'm serious. This next part really freaked the shiz out of me, as I always try to avoid conflict with anyone. Entitled dad says, F you, Bizzle. I said, give me your effing dog right now. Don't make me repeat myself. Now I'm really scared. I just want him to leave me alone. I tell him no one last time. Surprisingly, he leaves. He goes back to his kids, and that's that. I think to myself, man, I really dodged a bullet. Holy F. I try to calm down and go back to playing with Ozzy. Maybe 10 minutes or so go by, and I think it's time to get Ozzy and I home. I had let him wander off a few minutes prior, and I spy him visiting a few other people sitting on the grass. I notice the entitled dad and his kids heading down the hill. Ozzy follows them. More than slightly worried, I follow him. Entitled dad sees Ozzy following him, stops, waits for Ozzy to catch up, and then he effing swoops him up and carries him down the hill. My jaw dropped open. What the F? What the F? What the F? I hear one of the girls ask, Daddy, are we keeping the puppy? And the effing entitled dad replies with, yep. I start yelling before I realize it. Hey, hey, that's my dog. Stop. I don't know why I don't go down the hill. Maybe I was frozen in shock or something. I noticed my yelling grabs the attention of a few people on the grass. This guy in his mid-20s jumps up. They got your dog? Yes, that's my dog. My knight in shining armor speeds down the hill towards the entitled dad's family, also shouting to let my dog go. I'm crying for real now, thinking there's going to be an altercation. Or, God forbid, even worse, something physically happening to Ozzy. I'm beyond scared at this point. I'm almost effing hysterical. Miraculously, after my knight talks to entitled dad in front of his van, a few seconds goes by before entitled dad takes Ozzy off of his shoulder and effing dumps him on the grass. Ozzy lands on his side, but he quickly bounces back up onto his feet. A-hole. I checked Ozzy to see if he was hurt, but he was fine. Then, like nothing happened, entitled dad got in his car with the kids and drove off. I remember thanking my knight like a billion times, thanking him for confronting this dude for me and saving my pooch. Then I grabbed Ozzy and fly home as fast as possible. So far, I haven't seen entitled dad or his family at the park, or anywhere else for that matter. But every time I go to that park, I make sure to A, bring somebody with me, as I was alone when entitled dad approached me. B, maybe don't take Ozzy off his leash anymore, even in the off-leash areas. And C, be very aware of the people who stop to say hi to him. F you, entitled dad. That's the end of the story. I couldn't imagine someone trying to take my doggo. That dude sounds like a real tool bag. I want to thank everyone for the support of this channel. I appreciate every contributor, viewer, and subscriber. If you haven't already subscribed, please smash that button. See you on the next one.